build the world's fastest flying machine in Minecraft. And in order to do that, we need to create a machine that is unlike any of the ones I've used before. If you did not know, I have spent the last 400 days of my life traveling on top of various machines with the hopes of one day reaching the world border. You see, there are 30 million blocks between the spawn point and this infamous uncrossable barrier. And over the last year of my life, we have managed to traverse 10,500,000 of those blocks. Our machines have always been limited in how fast they are capable of moving, maxing out at 1 block per second. But with the new poisonous potato update, our outdated engine comprised of slime and observers can now be replaced with the flotator. If you somehow have not heard of this block, the flotator operates similar to a piston, except it can move as many blocks as it needs, whereas a piston can only move 1. So theoretically, if I were to combine 20 flotators with our machine, well, let's just say we might actually break the game. But before we build that new machine, watch this. That's fun. If the sky truly is a limit, and it is because we're up here, I think a grass area for all of my pets is essential. Now let's make individual rooms. You know, I only have one chance to test this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, this was all for nothing. Who cares? It'll be cool either way. I think I want to get even fancier and add some pressed dirt. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be an absolute beast. I've now made the executive decision to have a birch fence instead of an oak fence. It just looks cooler. Okay, let's see the final tour before we actually see if it works. As you can see right here, we have a gate. When you go through said gate, you're greeted by Jerry. I agree. When you enter in here, we have our first floor. And of course, our OG friend Flat. The second floor is the same. It has earth, and the third floor has more window space. I would have added a bed to sleep, but I need to test this thing's limits first. And then finally on the top, we have our last OG friend, Peter the Creeper. What I did next was add a propulsion system, which comprised of 2 rows of flotators and redstone wiring to power them. I wired it this way to be able to activate all the flotators at once, because once they are moving, they are locked and cannot be activated. Now that every single piston is working, we are ready for takeoff. But ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy crap, and I can't even catch up to it. It is moving so fast. It's rendered out of distance. The machine is literally moving faster than I am. Flat fell from a high place, earth fell from a high place. Uh-oh. After flying as fast as I could with an elytra, I still could not catch up to the machine. Even though I launched without being on board, it still showed me that a machine that big was capable of flying. Okay, so since our last machine left us ever so rudely, it is time to build an even bigger and better machine, one that you have never seen before. We're going to start by building a 20 by 20 grass block area. Okay, our area is complete, and for whatever reason, I'm feeling very white picket fencey. You'll see what I mean. 1, 2, okay, 2's a pretty good number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come on, 6. Okay, 6. And it knocked me over. This is by far the worst tree ever. Let me just get on out of there. Sorry. We're good now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, beautiful. Now we pull up our birch fence. I told you I was feeling white picket fencey. And then we'll top it off with a nice little oak wood fence. Okay, so for this, I'm feeling very log cabiny, but also castle-y. Let's see what we can do. Okay, our flying base is officially done. It would obviously be rude to not have a gate to welcome guests, so that's the first thing we have. Inside, we have our essential friends, the flat earth conspiracy theory, and this beautiful second layer.
A few moments later.
Oh, okay, after a slight little mix-up, the machine works. On the downside, I had to spawn a bedrock wall to stop this thing from moving. I refuse to break all of that, so I'm just gonna go this way from now on. Once again, all the levers are working. This time I'm placing them very carefully. Okay, here goes nothing. In 3, 2, 1. Woo, baby! And that is speed. I am literally running, and we are moving like 20 blocks a second. Holy, look at him. Conspiracy theory was glitching out of the world. Oh yeah, baby. This is what I call traveling in style. Woo. Let me try to sit in here. I can't even open the door. Oh, they're trapped inside and I'm not. This thing is moving faster than I can fly. I literally cannot fly as quick as this thing is moving. Okay, I'm gonna do the math to see how quickly this thing moves. In 1 minute on top of this flying machine with 20 flotators, we managed to travel 2,080 blocks in 1 minute. That is 168,000 blocks per hour, meaning 4,032,000 blocks a day. If I were to stand on top of this flying machine nonstop, we would reach the world border in a little over a week. That is crazy. No! No, I lost the machine. Look at it. It's moving quicker than I can. And it's off into the sunset. Tragic.